Hi everyone, long time no see. I'm so sorry for my absence from my channel. I have a really good excuse though. I had a baby, so I was just obviously consumed with baby care. I also have an older child, so I had to give lots of love and attention to him, which is why I've been absent from my channel. Now my baby is a bit older and I've gotten a lot of help. I'm very lucky, so I am ready to rumble or pan in this case. I have a lot of exciting ideas for the upcoming year, so I really hope you stay and resubscribe if you've left my channel, which understandable because I've been so absent. But I have a lot of good planning projects planned for 2025, which I will put out videos for. But you are here for Pan That Palette update. So this will be the second last update, and I'll explain why when I show you everything. So let's get right into it. The first shade that I usually update you on is the highlight shade. So last time, if you look at, because it's been so long, I recommend you watch my last video and then come to this one to see my progress. So last time it had a big pan in it, but it was all crumbly, so I had to repress it. I actually, if I do say so myself, did a really good job repressing it over here. And it was pretty evenly repressed and pretty tightly, so it didn't crumble again. And as you can see, I've made another little dip in this shade. Sorry, the camera's not focusing very well because it's such a pale shade, but trust me, there's a dip going on, and I think I'm about to hit pan again. So I really love that, and sorry for blinding you with the lights I just noticed. So that's the first shade, and also my Urban Decay palette, that big bulky one, I depotted the dark brown that I still had left in here, and then the other black and white shade I depotted it as well. So next up, this is my blending shades. These two right here, this is too light, this is too dark, so I blend these two. And if you can see, sorry, there's some big dips going on. You can kind of tell by the top part of the pan. I think I'm so close on hitting side pan to both shades, but man, this palette, I've been using these colors every single time I do a look out of any palette. I always reach for these to blend out the middle of my crease between my highlight and my crease color. I take these two shades and I blend here to get everything diffused looking. And this is so hard pressed. Each pan is 1.25 grams, so I guess that is a lot, and it shows. So if you have this palette, the peach palette from Too Faced, you've gotten your money's worth, because it's almost been a whole year that I've been using it, although of course I haven't the last few months, but and I still haven't hit pan, and I use it very liberally. I dig in, and you know, because it's a diffusing shade, so I really need to get in there. But I do think that when I hit pan, it'll be a big pan because I use a big fluffy brush. So that's that shade over there. And then the star of the show, Natasha Star palette. You get it? Ta-da! So this is my current progress. So if you have seen my last video, this is a new pan, and this is a new kind of baby pan. Oh yeah, you can see it. So this is a new pan as well. So these, I've hit 2 new pans. I am so excited because, I mean, if you watch my, like maybe the last 6 videos on where I had these, this palette has been so hard to pan because these shades are just very tightly packed, even the shimmers. Each shade is 2.5 grams. So I'm really happy I hit pan on these 2 shades. I'm actually, I think, about to hit pan on this champagne shade and this bronze shade as well. So when I do, I will definitely let you know, and then I'm hoping by the next update. Now, as you can see, this palette looks well loved. The mess notwithstanding, of course I should be cleaning this, but it's starting to finally look used and abused, which I love. And I realized that I obviously don't want that just for this palette, because unfortunately, or fortunately, of course, I have quite a large eyeshadow collection. I don't even know how many palettes I have. A rough guess, maybe 20 to 30 palettes. And a lot of them are very beautiful. Well, all of them are very beautiful palettes, but a lot of them are Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath. So I really feel like I am sort of letting them you know, just kind of lie there, if you will, rotting away, quite literally. It's hard to think about, but you know, they're slowly expiring as time goes on, and I'm not reaching for them because I'm only focusing on this palette. So my original intention had been to finish this palette in its entirety, and now I don't think I will, because I just really thought about my collection and my plans to pan in 2025, and I just realized that I do want to spread my love around a little, if you will. I still do plan to do a Pan That Palette next year, but it'll just be by use. And I still think I can make a lot of good progress in one particular palette for that kind of satisfying feel. But you know, this progress so far, I really do feel like I have gotten that kind of satisfaction from using it so much. And I genuinely love this palette so much. I'm actually not tired of it at all. As I said in my last update, I really love it for so many reasons, which I'll go into. You know, if you want to stick around for the shade by shade sort of explanation, but I love this palette. I wish I could keep using it. I am not tired of it at all. I just feel really bad that I'm not using my other palettes as well. And because of that, this will be the second last update, and I will use this palette all of November. I will hardcore use it almost every single day that I do my makeup, however many that is, and hopefully make some even better progress by the end of November. And I will call it done. So that will be my finale. Make sure you tune in for my finale, see what this palette looks like. And then I'm not going to necessarily put it away, but I'll put it to the side and start on my new palette in December. I think I want maybe 13 months, a good year and 1 month to work on a new palette, a new luxury palette, and see if I can hit any pans in that one. So that's kind of my general thoughts. So because I have 2 videos left and there are so many shades in this palette, I'm going to talk in depth about half of this palette today in this update, and then I'll talk about the other half of the palette in my finale. So that way you get a comprehensive look at what I thought about this entire palette and what my learnings are. So let me swatch everything for you. So I have swatched this side of the palette now. So first I want to start off with the bad news. There's sort of a dud in this palette in that these 2 shades are almost identical, if not mistakenly identical. I wonder really the batch I got if they just put in the wrong shade, because these 2 are so close. I've swatched them on my fingers. Like, can you even tell the difference at all? They're just like identical. It's very pretty. It's a bronzy shade, but I feel like they're so close. I cannot tell for the life of me. They look the same on the eyelid. So it's kind of annoying that you have 2 full bronzy, greeny, bronzy shades. Unless you love it, unless you're your very favorite pan in this palette, then you're in luck, because they're 100% identical, not even a little bit different. So that was a big miss by Natasha. I don't know what happened, or maybe the manufacturing. But here's the swatch of the entire warm side of the palette. Look how beautiful everything is. So let me talk you through. So these 2, clearly it's a greeny, bronzy shade, the first and the last. They're so beautiful, so sparkly. I love them 100%, and it's so easy to use. So how I use this shade was just all over the lid and then blend it up into the crease with a crease shade and call it a day. It was so easy, effortless, really nice for summery looks or for Christmas looks, because it's kind of gold as well, like a gold shift. So it's gold, bronze, green, all in one. Not a duochrome or anything, but just look how pretty that is. So I do love the color. I didn't need 2 of it. So the next shade is a dark brown matte. I used that one 73 times. 73 times, and it still has not hit pan. That's how dense this matte is, although I have a good dip going on. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, I have a good dip going on. So this is a dark matte, dark chocolate matte. It's a really good deepening shade. Don't let the dark color scare you. You can actually blend it out to a really nice soft brown matte. Soft brown, very light, a lot lighter than it looks. So this is quite versatile because I can put it close to the lash line and then blend it up, and it gives a nice gradient. Just really nice darkening shade. You can you can almost control the depth of the color by how much you apply and how much you blend. So it's such a nice brown. I really enjoy that. This is a beautiful champagne shimmer. I would just say it's a neutral beige champagne shimmer, and I absolutely love it as well. I often use it to highlight the middle of my eyelid, and it tones down any too dark looks, and it amps up any just nude looks. It gives it that extra sparkle. So I use that a lot, and I'm hoping to hit pan soon on it. This shade is just a nice warm crease shade, matte as well. So it's kind of a camel color, not too warm. I really love it. It's a perfect transition shade for any warm eye look. So I'm sure I'll be reaching back into it for that reason. And this is a beautiful green brown shifty shade here with a little bit of blue as well. So also really, really beautiful. I often use it on the corner of my eyes or all over the lid for a dramatic smoky eye. This dark matte, it might look similar to this one, but this is different enough. This has a purple undertone, whereas this has a dark brown undertone. This has a purple undertone, so it's better suited for more cool or purple eye looks. I use this one as the deepening shade in that case, and that's the one beside the green shifty shade. So it's a little bit lighter than the chocolate brown, but it's more purple leaning, more cool toned. So warmer toned, cooler toned, deepening shade. So all these are great shade choices, like I said, except for those two. This one is a really pretty kind of coppery gold. Also love it. It's beautiful, not too much to say about it. I use it all over the lid as well. Really nice, warm. It's on the warm side though. I bet in the I Need a Warm palette that she has out, there's probably a dupe in that. So because it's a beautiful coppery warm shade. Sorry, I'm saying beautiful so many times, but it really, everything is top notch. This palette is just one of her best. I have to keep saying that. So this one is, again, a perfect shade. It's a medium toned neutral brown to blend out any eye looks. So very neutral. I can use it for warm or cool looks. Sorry, the swatch is like all the way up here. But it's a medium brown and very versatile, very workhorse shade, really. And then this last one, same bronze shade as that one, as discussed. So that's how I've been using all these shades. I've been loving all of them. Yeah, I will definitely keep this on standby when I do eye looks from now on, even past my finale, because I'll know what shade to use for what look. And I want to be able to have that intimate knowledge of each of my palettes going forward by doing this kind of project. So if you're not doing a pan that palette, I highly recommend you do it, because you learn so much about yourself and the palette itself and makeup in general. And I know this is kind of getting philosophical, but it truly is such a fun experiment and exercise to do. So I really encourage that you do it. If you are doing it, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to follow your journey, and we can chat all things makeup. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye.